Hello, my name is Kevin Durham. I'm a professional event host and entertainer, and this is a short introduction into the services that I provide. Now, to go through the services, I'm going to run you through my background. And there's two different sides of my background that I'm going to cover in this video. The first side is my work as an event host and entertainer. Then the second side is an overview of my background as an entrepreneur and what I've done around business. So starting with entertainment. So I started originally in radio way back now in 2004, 2005. I did that for a few years before moving across to event hosting. My first event was alongside the amazing Annie Lennox at a charity event in 2008. And then at a similar time, I started attending private events as a Toastmaster. In 2010, I branched out into two different areas again. One was freelance TV presenting, and I've done a lot of work for like Fox, Warner, and Universal. And then the other area I moved out into was comedy. And in 2016, a few of my projects came to a head. At one point, I had the green light for a chat show series with Comedy Central, and I thought my career was going to take a very different turn. However, such is the nature of TV, the plug was pulled the day before we were due to shoot episode 1. But I did keep myself very much active in the world of entertainment through a YouTube channel, and through that channel I've interviewed a whole host of celebrities throughout the years, and there were two main things I took over from that side of my work to my work as an event host. The first side is 4K video footage, and what I'm shooting this video with now is a really good 4K camera, which I can take to events to shoot additional 4K footage, which I give to my clients. And then the second thing I took over from that side of my work is entertainment, and I could play a range of games with you and your guests throughout the event on request. But getting more to the event side of things of what I've done before, so I've covered in excess now of 500 events, which is a combination of corporate and private events. My audience record outside is 85,000. Inside, it's 3,500. I've been endorsed by likes of Deborah Meaden, Gabby Logan, Lord Coe, and John Cleese. And the way in which I work is that I'm very much client focused. So I know with a lot of event hosts and master of ceremonies out there, what you see is pretty much what you get. But really, given my varied background, I like to tailor what I do to make sure I exceed my clients' expectations. So on one end of that spectrum, I do a lot of business conferences because of my business background, in which case my tone is very, very different. It's very formal, it's very direct, there's quite a lot of business jargon, it's all very professional. And then on the other end of that spectrum, I do work solely as an entertainer based around game shows that I take into corporate environments, in which case, like I say, very different, very high energy, very entertaining, really interacting with all the audience and getting everyone up and engaged with what I'm actually doing, running the games. But like I say, my starting point is always looking at what my clients want so they get exactly what they're after without any unwanted surprises along the way. Now, moving across to my business background, I've built and sold 5 businesses before in the past. My first company was a event management business, which I sold way back now in 2010. And what this side of my work allows me to bring to the mix is not only the ability to manage things very effectively on the day. So if you wanted me to manage the timetable and the running of the event, I'm very capable and very happy to do so as well. Also very happy to manage any speakers as they come up on the stage. Really, stage management is, I think, very important and sometimes, sadly, an overlooked point for many events. And it's very, very crucial as well, because you do really want whoever is coming onto the stage to actually know, how they get on the stage, how they exit the stage, so that they look professional as well. Now, the other thing that this side of my experience allows me to bring to the mix is also the ability really to help out if there were any emergencies or if anything went wrong. And just one example for you, there was an event that I did a few years ago with comedy legend John Cleese. Now, this was a live event. It was for the Mayfair Christmas Lights Switch On event. And basically what happened was when we started, John was getting very animated with the mic. And to add to that, he also had a very sore throat on this particular evening. Now, normally those kind of things wouldn't make too much of a difference because there's normally a sound engineer behind the curtain who could crank up the levels. But for whatever reason, when we started, the sound engineer was nowhere to be seen. So what I had to do was I had to ask John a question, he would ramble on with an answer, I would then run behind the curtain, control his levels, keeping one eye on John. I waited until he finished, I ran back on stage, I responded to what John was saying, he then rambled on with some other story, and then the same kind of thing. I went behind the curtain, controlled the levels, and I was literally doing laps around John Cleese while interviewing him at the same time. And I guess it really ties into the ethos that I take into any event that I attend, whether it's a conference for FTSE 100 CEOs, or if it's a small event in a town hall. My ethos is always the show must go on, no matter what. So I really hope that you enjoyed this introduction. My phone number will be just below this video, so feel free to give me a call. I'd love to have a chat with you, or drop me an email, and hopefully hear from you soon. Many thanks.